Here's a big power threat. Roberto Nunez. On the ground right side. 4, 6, 3. And they turn the double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Charlie Lamb now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. And it's fouled away. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Irvin collects, fires to first, gets the out. 2 down after the strikeout.
Really good hard bite to that breaking ball for the strikeout right there. I mean, he was able to bury it down below the zone, and that's throwing the pitch with conviction. Good thing for the pitcher, he's not going to miss in the zone, and that's where you get hurt. Excellent execution.
That is the inning. Back to the leadoff spot in the Giants lineup. Steve Bravo digs in now. Ground ball up the middle. Lamb. Over to first. And there's 2 away. Lamb steps in. They've got the edge, but the job is not done. He's looking to keep the line moving.
Yeah, nothing wrong with a little insurance, Boog.
And that is out of play. Yo, 1. And there's a foul ball. The 0-2.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And they had their first hit since the 2nd inning.
Hey, that ball was on.
Quick move to first, and he's back in easily. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. That's in for a strike. Safe in second, and that was not close. And that's another stolen base for the league leader.
Looks like the base runner had a pretty good feel on the pitcher's move after that pick.
This one's into the outfield. Could be extra bases. The run scores from second, and they lead by 2. And in its second with an RBI double.
That was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get in the scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
Lamb stepping in. A base hit here could shift the vibe. They're just one swing away from changing the rhythm of this ball game.
Yeah, Boog, that's the beauty of baseball. You always have a chance if you've got a player like this to lead off the inning.
Oh, 2 now as he swings through it.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. So 2 down. Here's the third baseman. Curran is just 1 strike away. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
That's tremendous fight from him. And
next for Milwaukee, DeAndre Tompkins. In the air, left field. And it falls. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive.
Big spot here, bottom of the 9th. Down to their final out. Antonio Benitez will hit next. To the right side, Sajazi. In plenty of time to first, and the crowd goes home disappointed as this one draws to a close. Lamb with a solid contribution even despite the loss.
Not one to put on the personal highlight reel necessarily, but wasn't a big downfall for him in the loss.
So digging in, Charlie Lamb, entering this one second in the National League in hitting. And a foul ball.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
0-2 now. Out towards right center field. Davies in position. And there's 2 away. 1 out, man at first. At the plate, Sebastian Walcott. Back up the middle and a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
What a stop. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out. Swing and a foul out of play. Ground ball to the middle. That's a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Attaboy, way to swing the bat.
Dominant performance for him today, Boo. Just 2 hits allowed so far. No runs across either. And he's had an answer for just about.
Here goes the runner. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And that makes it 60 steals for him on the season. Pickoff throw. Lamb dives back in safely.
Good wheels out there on second, and he's getting a pretty big lead right now. Definitely looking to score on any hit to the outfield.
Here's the pitch. Runner goes again. Strike in there. Go to third. He's safe. And the tying run is now only 90 feet away.
Well, sometimes stealing third base can be tough, especially if that shortstop or second baseman are making some noises, moving towards the bag.
But he's safe. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. Now the Brewers cleanup hitter, Josh Werner. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
Just missed. Now there's a bullet down the line. Can't get to it, and this should score the run. In to score from third. It's 1-1. And he's into second base with 1 away as the go-ahead run. Lamb locks in. You could feel it. Big moment here.
Yeah, everyone in the yard just sat up in their seats. So did I, Boo.
Fought off foul.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo.
The 0-1. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. His 14th of the year, and they throw 3 on the board. It's 5-1.
He's been so difficult to pitch against lately. It seems like no matter how you attack him, he finds a way to punish you. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Thomas Sajazi, the next to hit. The Brewers leading by 4 here in the top half of inning number 7. This one popped up. And there's 2 away. Next for the Brewers, Charlie Lamb. Certainly a factor in this one thanks to his 3-run blast back in the 5th.
Well, definitely one of the most impactful swings of the game. A big reason why they're working with the lead and looking to add to it right here, Boo.
He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Safe at second with a double. 3rd hit for him this afternoon. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. Fouled off left side. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 7th. Knocks it down. Rounds 3rd, headed for the plate. And he's out.
Right there.
Put down, and that ends. Charlie Davies getting ready to hit. The 0-1. Here's a high chopper. Oh, a great flip. Here's one. Double play. What a clean killing. 1st and 2nd. 2 outs. Steve Bravo, the next Giant to hit. The Giants down to their final strike. To the right side. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Brewers take the finale and earn a split of this 4-game series. Lamb was outstanding in this ball game, helping them get the win. Had 3 hits, one of them a homer.
No question, he was a big piece of their success in this ball game. Fantastic effort at the plate.
Charlie Lamb has been a constant force at the plate. Now the number 2 hitter, Charlie Lamb. Lamb with a homer in his last game. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Just settling in here at Coors Field. Oh, that fastball drilled him. Quick toss to first. Lamb back on a dive.
Now, Boog, I never got traded mid-season, so I didn't have the experience of playing for one team one day and then another the next. If he can make that transition.
There goes the runner. Ball outside. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball. Base hit into the outfield. Headed for the plate. Here comes the throw. It's offline. The run comes in, and it's 1-0. So 2 down. Ryan Holmes, the next to hit. Ground ball left side. Lamb. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. Runner at second here, 1 gone. In the dirt.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Man at second. Chases the changeup in the dirt. Up with it, fires to first. And there's 2 gone following the strikeout.
Well, take a look at the three-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode. But
play made, that ends the inning. Lamb launched a homer in his most recent game. On the ground to third, dives, and he can't hang on. The throw won't get there in time, and the speedy runner is on at first.
Get back.
Step off throw to first.
No, he's in there.
Lamb back in on a dive.
lots of rookies can have a hot streak, but once the league gets a book on you, starts attacking you differently, things can shift in a hurry. I'm interested to see how he handles those adjustments.
And he makes the catch. And that is that. One down. Next for Colorado, Orelvis Martinez. On the ground, Lamb. Tosses to first, and there's two away. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Charlie Lamb. Outside low, ball one. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a miss.
That's a ball.
Jackknifes out of the way. This one in the air, center field. Shoemaker under it. And that's the third out. And here's the catcher, Samuel Basallo. On the ground, right side. Nice stop. Throw to first, and they get the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there. And, of course, the most important part was getting the out.
Lamb steps in now. Tying run in scoring position. Big chance to even things up or take the lead, Singy.
Yeah, he's just got to stay patient and hunt something he can handle. Could swing the momentum in a heartbeat.
Fastball for a strike. They're down to their final strike.
Well, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and getting out of this little jam.
The 1-2. Got him looking for the strikeout. The tying and go-ahead runs are left aboard as this one is over. Lamb did well in the losing effort. Singled and drew a walk in this one.
I really like how he looked in this one, Boog. He consistently came to the plate with a solid plan, and it showed in the results.
Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently, averaging more than 2 hits per game in his last 5.
Ball.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Yeah.
Just settling in here at Coors Field. Misses, and the count 1-2. Josh Werner up now for the Brewers.
Josh Werner.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Runners at first and second with one gone here in the second game of the series.
Ball.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
Ball.
One out. Runners at first and second. In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. Payoff pitch. And that'll load the bases.
Outside. Take your base.
2 walks in the first has to be some cause for concern. I mean, you're talking about a guy you want to pitch deep into the ball game. It's not going to help with the pitch count right there. They can't afford to hand out free bases at this rate.
That one's upstairs, ball one.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. That's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
No, that's a ball. Too low.
Bases loaded. One away. Fouls away the first offering.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
On the ground, right side, and foul ball. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Alcantara, the runner at third. Lamb on second. Werner at first. One gone. Backed off the plate that time.
Straighten him up a little bit.
In the air, right field. Chorio on his way over. He's got it. Runners tag up from second and third. One runs in, and he's up to third safely with two gone. Humberto Esposito now at the plate.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one. This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got one run in. You got to try to get another one or maybe two.
Two on, 2 outs. Foul ball there. Line drive. Can't reach it. This should score at least one. One run is in. Werner around third. Relay throw home. He'll score. 2 runs are in. It's 3-zip.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Man at first, nobody out. Samuel Basallo digs in now. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. Next to hit for the Rockies, Kevin Dooley. On the ground to short. Now the throw to first on the run. Run
Yeah,
scores,
you're out.
but a terrific play to get the out. Back here at Coors Field, on to the third inning. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Man, smoke that.
Quick move to first, and he's back safely. Runner takes off, pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And that's another stolen base for the league leader.
Well, he picked over once just before the pitch to check on him, but that didn't seem to slow up his jump on the pitch at all. I think that guy's been studying some
That's
video.
out.
Awesome job to be prepared, got the timing down, and he gets into scoring position. Well, these Brewers showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name.
Move to second.
Runner! Come on, you score, you score, you score.
He'll score. It's 4-3. And there's a foul ball. Lamb, a former Gold Glove winner, a member of the 1,000 hit club. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. 0-1 down. That one ripped, but foul. The 0-2.
Ball.
Alcantara aboard here at first with nobody out. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Carrying well. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Well, I didn't think he got it off the bat, but the wind made it a lot more interesting than expected. Nice job of the center fielder. Puts it all the way back to the warning track. Man.
Two down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. And it's fouled away. That's smashed towards center. And that'll do it. One out. Runner at second for Elvis Martinez. Digging in for the Rockies. Liner, base hit. Coming home. The relay, the tag, and he's in there. And first and second, one out. Winston Shoemaker will hit next. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Arroyo over to second. Double play.
No, you're
What
out.
a twin killing, Dan. Winston Shoemaker digging in for the Rockies. And a 1-2. This one in the air, center field. Esposito moving under it. Brings it in. Runner tags at second.
Now we'll see if moving up to third there pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a base hit. We'll see what happens.
Intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning. Michael Arroyo up now for the Brewers. 1 for 4 with a double. Gets the outside corner with that one. Batter challenges in a very big spot. 2 on, 2 outs.
He's falling behind in a huge spot, Boo. Got to do what it takes to come through. Maybe choke up on the bat a little bit, spread out those feet, whatever it takes.
Stays alive. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Sets him down looking. They miss a big chance to take. And now the catcher comes up to him. Samuel Basallo. Hit on the ground to short. Lamb. Gets it to first.
That's an out.
And we're headed to the 11th. 1 out. Runner at second for Elvis Martinez. Digging in for the Rockies. So the tying run at second. Base hit right field. And now 2 aboard. The winning run is on base. So now a chance for Archie Stroud. This could end it. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Makes the catch. Ball game. And the Brewers even this series up at a game apiece. Lamb had a great showing in the win.
No question, he was a big piece of their success in this ball game. Fantastic effort at the plate.
So digging in, Charlie Lamb.
He's been on fire at the dish lately. Currently owns a 7-game hitting streak.
That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Oi.
In the air to left center, Francisco on the move to the alley. And there's 1 down. Two aboard with 1 out. So here's the Brewers DH, Josh Werner, one of the stars in the win yesterday, as he had 3 hits. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Oh, really expanded the zone right there with that fastball off the outside corner of the plate. Got him to chase it. That's a tough one to lay off of because it starts close to you and just continues to run away from you in that batter's box. So it's a really nice pitch with 2 strikes.
Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. So runners at the corners, nobody out. Archie Stroud digging in for the Rockies. Ground ball right side. Arroyo. There's 1. They complete the double play with a run scores. It's 1-0. Lamb, a former Gold Glove winner, batting second in today's lineup, and he's a former National League MVP. That one fouled off.
Ball 1.
Ground ball right side. Holmes steps on the bag, 2 away down. Runner at first with 2 away. Now the third baseman. On the ground out to short. Gets him easily, ends the inning. One out and a runner at second. First pitch swinging. And that one fouled off. Man at second. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Base hit. Runner around third. The throw home. But it's offline. He will score. It's 1-1. And
No,
there's the ball.
that's the ball.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Just caught the zone by a whisker, and the call is overturned. They'll keep both their challenges.
Definitely a
Inside.
swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Out towards right center field. Shoemaker gets under it. He's got it. Runner tags at second.
Up next for Milwaukee.
Go ahead run on base. Josh Warner up now for the Brewers.
Ball
Don't want
one.
to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. A two-run shot, his 12th of the season, and the Brewers have the lead. It's 3-1.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
For Elvis Martinez, getting ready to hit. And he hits a ground ball right side. Arroyo there with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. Here's the center fielder, Winston Shoemaker. Runner takes off. Strike in there. Safe at second with a stolen base.
Here's what I think the manager's thinking.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Archie Stroud now at the plate. Man on second, 2 down. Up the middle. They limit the damage here. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. Lamb at the plate now, and that's strike one.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Fought off foul. The Brewers with the go-ahead run at first here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That's down. One hops off the wall. He boots it. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He'll score and the Brewers take the lead. He's in there. Well, he delivers in a huge spot right there.
Well, he's so dialed in. I don't think he even realizes how much pressure exists out there. Very easy swing, nice and relaxed.
Oh, diving stop from his knees. The throw.
He's safe.
Safe at the plate. It's 5-3. Back here in Denver, Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Winston Shoemaker digging in for the Rockies. Hit on the ground to short. Over to first, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Next to hit, Charlie Lamb. He's one of the best players in the game. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Alcantara gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And a foul ball. Ramirez in his 3rd season, 28 years old. And he was born in the Dominican Republic. Oh, that hit him. Throw sails over his head at first. And this ball's going to wind up out of play.
Ball.
Don't be surprised to ball on the ground to the corners that they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. The Rockies have some action in the pen. Logan Clark, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Clark also throwing.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Gets to it on to first. Got him. One away on the strikeout. Now, Josh Werner. Goldberg calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Ball off the plate.
The Brewers trying to break this one open here at the top of the 9th. And a 1-2. Got him swinging.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile off.
Logan Clark gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
McCarthy in the box now. Takes strike 1. Swing and a pop-up. Martinez settles underneath it. And that's the 3rd out. Brewers lead. So 2 down. Kevin Dooley, the next to hit. Rosado is just 1 strike away. Makes the catch. Ball game. And the Brewers salvage the finale of this 3-game series. Lamb was a big contributor for them in the win. 2 runs batted in on 4 hits. Some impressive work.
Well, they may want to change how they approach him next time because he was just incredible in this one. He looked like a threat every time he came up.
Charlie Lamb comes into this one fresh off a 4-hit. 1 down. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. Ground ball left side, and it gets by him.
Good grip, good grip. Back.
Quick move to first. Lamb dives back in safely.
Runner.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. And that's another stolen base for the league leader.
Back.
Pickoff throw. Lamb back in on a dive. 1 out and a runner at second here in game 1 of this 3-game set.
Runner, runner,
Here's
runner.
the pitch. Runner goes again. Line drive. He brings it down. Nice play. Throw behind the runner, and they've got him. So 2 down. Next up for the A's, Christopher Karowski. Out to short. Lamb. Play made. That ends the inning. Lamb, a former MVP, batting second in today's lineup, and he's the reigning home run derby champion. Foul ball there. Two down, nobody on. Inside, almost got him. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Up with it, fires to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. And the batter will be the shortstop. Up the middle, flips it. There's one to first, not in time. Great effort there. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That one's carrying. Out of here. Home run number 15 on the year. And they're on the scoreboard. It's 2-1.
That fastball was out of the zone, and he still drove it out. Those swings leave pitchers scratching their heads. So impressive how he was able to go down and get this fastball, but yet get it up in the air, hit it far enough to get out of this ballpark.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Karowski will hit next. Here comes the 0-1. Runner on the move. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. One down. Now it's the shortstop, Charlie Lamb. Tap foul at the plate. And the 0-1. On the ground right side.
Oh.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets to it on to first. Out. 2 away now after the drop third strike. So 2 down. Here's the Brewers catcher now. Swung on, popped up left side. Duno settles underneath it. And that'll do it. The A's extend their winning streak to 5 in a row. Lamb played well, but couldn't lift the team to a win. Collected a couple of hits. One of them left the yard.
Well, Boogie definitely made a difference for him in this one. Even in defeat, he can hold his head high.
Lamb steps in. This matchup hasn't been kind to him, but every at-bat is a chance to rewrite the story.
Yeah, and if you're the hitter, Boog, you try to simplify right here. Hunt a pitch, barrel it, and finally change the narrative.
Rips one to right, and a base hit. Runner holds up at second. 2 aboard now.
Good start for him to this ball game tonight. I always talk about it. Get a knock in your first at bat. It just makes your confidence at such a higher level for the potential of having a big night.
Way inside, gets out of the way.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And that is a big first out. 2 aboard with 1 out. Josh Werner up now for the Brewers.
Huh.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
2 on, 1 out. That one way inside. Fights it off. He'll see another. And a ball and 2 strikes. Swing, and he popped it up. Takes it in for the out. One on the gun, swing and a miss.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball. Triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
And a swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. In time. Nicely done. They get out of the jam. Here's the third baseman, Lee Beutner. 2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a pop-up. Lamb under it. He's got it. And that ends the inning. Lamb, multi-time All-Star, 28 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. On the ground to the left. Can't glove it cleanly. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again.
2 outs is a great time to try to steal second, especially when you have a guy with some wheels on first. Defense probably knew it was coming, but figured we better focus on trying to get this hitter out.
Out towards right center field. Chen on the move. He's got it. And that is that. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Man at second. Up the middle. Lamb. Throws to first. And now 2 gone.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
The 0-2. That one almost got him.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
One run across in the frame so far, and we're at the top of the 5th. 3-2 now.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
And they'll do it again. Three balls, 2 strikes the count. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7. So runner at second, 2 down. Now the left fielder. Out to short. Lamb. In plenty of time to first, and that's terrific. Lamb locks in, tying run on. No time like the present, Singy. This trip to the plate could really shake things up.
Yeah, no doubt, Boog. These are the moments that define a hitter's season. He's got a shot to flip the script right here.
That one in the dirt and gets away. Now the tag at third, and they got Lamb steps in. They're down, but he's got a chance to get something going right here.
Yeah, you can't hit a grand slam with nobody on. He just needs to be the match that lights the fire here.
And fouled off. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. This to third. Oh, look at the stop. Over to first. And they get the out. Big play there to get the leadoff man. Now the third baseman. The Brewers down to their final strike. Hit in the air left field. And that'll do it. The A's make it 6 straight victories. Lamb managed to keep the hitting streak alive.
Not great, not terrible, just kind of an average game. He's got better in him, Boog.
Charlie Lamb currently on it. One down. Charlie Lamb digs in now.
All right, turn.
Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Throw to first in time. Lamb, a former MVP, batting second in today's lineup, and he's a former Silver Slugger recipient in the National League. The 0-1. And a foul ball. Hard ground ball, base knock. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Rudder takes off, pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball. Runner on the go again. Swing and a miss.
You're down.
Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And that's another stolen base for the league leader.
Well, sometimes stealing third base can be tough, especially if that shortstop or second baseman are making some noises, moving towards the bag, try to make you think that you've got to stay close. Well, they didn't do a very good job of that. Get a comfortable lead, got a great jump, and that's how you steal third base.
Werner in the box now, takes strike one.
Wow, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it.
Struck him out without a swing. Good job. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. There's 1 and 2. What a play. Lamb stepping in now. Got the lead, but it's far from safe. He'll try to build on it right here.
Yeah, and you love seeing a team stay aggressive. Don't wait around. Keep applying pressure. Well, these Brewers, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Shearer on the move to the alley. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 1 down. 1 down. Next up for the A's, Andy Shearer. Ripped to short. Slinging it to first in time. And now the shortstop, Charlie Lamb. He's one of the best players in the game. And a big swing and a miss. from 30 years old now. He joined the team as a free agent. In the air to left center. Chen on the move to the gap. And that is that. Brewers go down quietly. They still lead it. So two in scoring position with one out. Nick Kurtz. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. 2 on, 1 out. Ground ball up the middle. Handles, throws to first, and that's an out. Bert Gillis up next for the A's. Beltran is just 1 strike away. Ground ball, and this should do it. Throw to first, ball game. And the Brewers salvage the finale of this 3-game series. Lamb kept that hitting streak going. Just 1 hit in 5 at-bats.
Well, you'll never complain about getting a team win, Boog, but I think they expect him to make larger contributions than he did today. Nothing too bad, but nothing great either.
Charlie Lamb with a remarkable season so far. About to get started here. Digging in, Vance McKenna. Out to short. Lamb. Handles, throws to first. 1 out in the top of the first. So 2 down. And now the right fielder, Benny Montgomery. On the ground, out to short. The throw to first, and that ends the inning. 1 hit in the inning, a solo homer. On to the bottom. Man at first, nobody out. Now it's going to be Charlie Lamb. Entered the day with the best batting average in the National League. In the air to left center. On the move. He's got it. And there's 1 away. Second inning set to go. And now for the Phillies, number 2. Payoff pitch. Up the middle. Lamb. Fires over to first.
That's an out.
1 out in the second. Runner in scoring position. No outs. Vance McKenna digs in now. Ground ball up the middle. What a stop. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Man at first, 1 away. Liner caught it second.
They couldn't have asked for a better out. Makes a great play on the line drive, and they keep the runner at first. Just like that, they're almost out of the inning.
That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. So a man at first. Next to hit, Michael Arroyo. Runner takes off. Strike in there. Throw to second. Out of bounds. Safe. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball. Runner goes again. That's in for a strike.
Slide.
And that's a stolen base, not even close. And that's another stolen base for the league leader.
Well, sometimes stealing third base can be tough, especially if that shortstop or second baseman are making some noises, moving towards the bag, try to make you think that you've got to stay close. Well, they didn't do a very good job of that. Get a comfortable lead, got a great jump, and that's how you steal third base.
Battling here as he fouls it away. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Chases the changeup in the dirt. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
Kind of muffed that strikeout pitch right there. I'm not sure if he got crossed up or tied up, but either.
Here's the new pitcher for the Phillies, Sean Burke.
Well, this offense has great opportunity to add on right here with the runner at third, less than 2 outs. So they're asking him to come through in a big way out of the bullpen. He's got bases to work with, so he doesn't have to challenge this guy too much if he doesn't want to.
In for a strike. 0-2 now.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
Ball.
Got him swinging. And now, Humberto Esposito. He's already homered here in this one.
Ball.
Some bullpen action for Philadelphia. Charlton Sanchez, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Bautista getting cranked up as well.
Ball.
Up the middle, lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Runner from third in to score. It's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead. Lamb digging in. This matchup has been one-sided and not in the pitcher's favor, Chris.
Yeah, probably circled this one when the schedule came out. Might as well hand him the remote. He's been in full control in this one.
Montgomery settles under it, and that's the third out. Man at first, Carmine Iglesias stands in for the Phillies. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, it's really showing us the dynamic skill set he brings.
And here's the first baseman, Ryan Clifford. The 0-2. And that's a strikeout looking. The tying and go-ahead runs are left aboard as this one is over. Lamb had a solid game for them, a real contributor.
Not one to put on the personal highlight reel necessarily, but certainly didn't hurt him on the way to the win.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Vance McKenna getting ready to hit. Man at second. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Throws to first. One out in the top of the first.
Batting third.
Now the third baseman, Carmine Iglesias.
Let's go now, Big Z. That's the shot.
Hit on the ground to short. Lamb. Throws to first in time.
Batting fourth.
Lamb steps in. He's had a lot of success against this pitcher singing.
Yeah, he's like a DJ with the timing booth, just mixing barrels and bad intentions every time they face off.
Ball. No.
I think it's very important to establish the inside part of the plate early. It sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Liner, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
And that one hit to first. Can't glove it cleanly, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. Up now for Milwaukee, Josh Werner.
He's struggled to make contact lately, striking out nearly twice in each of the last 5 games.
Ball.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Sliced hard but foul. The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 outs and a runner at third here in the second game of the series. This one in the air center field. Trevino under it. That is the inning. Here at American Family Field, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. This one in the air right field. And there's one down. Runners are at the corners, 1 away. Intentional pass coming. Bases now loaded, though it does set up a
For Philadelphia.
out of the bullpen for the Phillies, Felix Bautista.
Really tough spot to come into out of the bullpen. Bases loaded with multiple outs to get in a
Ball
tight
one.
ball game. A lot can happen right here. At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Bird.
The 1-1. That one is absolutely belted. That's got a chance. Pulls it in on the warning track. Runners tag up from second and third. In to score from third. 4-3, they take the lead. Josh Werner will hit next. Runner on the move. Fouls away the first offering. Traffic on the bases with one already in. Last half of inning number 5. Quick move to first. Wide throw, and it gets away. And the runner is in to score from third. Bad mistake there. Runner goes again. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. That's just his 70th stolen base of the year. No big deal. Man on second, 2 down. Right side,
All right,
hard hit.
hang on. Right here, right here.
Tosses to first.
Got him, that's an out.
And that'll keep more runs. So 2 down. Now it's the shortstop. Runner on the go. Strike in there. Throw. Save.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully move that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Two on, 2 outs. This one in the air center field. Trevino should have this one. And that'll do it. Next for Milwaukee, Charlie Lamb. He's a guy who does it all. And first offering is fouled off. Hit hard, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Boy, good job. Way to rip. Back.
Now quick throw to first. Lamb back on a dive. There goes the runner.
Ball,
Pitch is
no.
low. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again.
Clearly not content with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead in today's game, and now they've got a good chance of adding on.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. There's a strike. On the ground right side, and it goes just foul. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Got him looking for the K. That was pretty nasty. So 2 down. Here's the left fielder, Benny Montgomery. 1 strike away. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
He went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to.
Ryan Clifford, the next to hit. Got him! And that's the ball game. Lamb had a great showing in the win.
No question, he was a big piece of their success in this ball game. Fantastic effort at the plate.
Okay, all set to go. Leading off, David Trevino. This one in the air. Lamb under it. And there's 1 down. 1 down. And now for the Phillies, Carmine Iglesias. Back to the mound. It hit him. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. Benny Montgomery stands in for the Phillies. 2 on, 1 out. Ground ball right side. Ripped, and he can't glove it. It's by him. Runner from third in to score. It's 5-0. Ryan Clifford now at the plate. 2 for 9 so far in the series. Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike.
Hey!
Throw there. Safe.
They are being real aggressive to put some runs on the board, get 2 runners now into scoring position. Excellent job of stealing second base and staying out of a potential double play. Now that can kind of backfire and kill your rally, but it worked out nicely. Now a chance to do some damage.
Charlie Lamb, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Popped up first base side. Clifford settles under this one. 1 down. Back here in Milwaukee, ready to go, bottom 4.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come 1 at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that pitcher work to get you out.
The 0-1. And there's a foul ball.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Got him swinging. Tied him up on a fastball inside. In the air to left center. Montgomery settles underneath it. And there's 1 away. Lamb steps in, 2 outs, down to the scoreboard, but you just need 1 at bat to light the match, Siggy.
And this guy's got the spark in him, Boog. Get on base and see what happens next.
Run it out, run it out.
Play made, that ends the inning. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Freddie Morton. The 0-1. Runner takes off. Pitching for a strike. Throw to second. Ow!
Well, I really didn't.
One gone, runner at first. Now it's the right fielder. He's already homered in this game. Runner on the move. That's in for a strike. Throw. See.
Really nice swipe of second right there. He knew he had to get a really good jump on the pitcher because that catcher can make up some time, man. Such a good catch and throw guy behind the dish. Nice job right there, but he just beat it.
On the ground. On to first.
You're out.
And they got him.
Oh, Boog, we talk about how the ball is coming out of the pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder. Wow, really impressive.
Lamb stepping in now. You look at the career splits, and it's just batting practice for him, Singing.
Yeah, this pitcher's ERA has a little dent in it thanks to this guy. Total domination.
See you later. His 16th homer of the year, and they cut into the deficit. It's 10-7.
This game just got a little more interesting with that home run.
It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. The slight opposite field into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
Next to hit, Michael Arroyo. 2 down, nobody on. Ripped to short. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Phillies salvage the finale of this 3-game series. Lamb with a nice showing despite the loss. Just one hit, but it did leave the yard.
No question that he delivered at the dish for him. Even though it wasn't enough to get them the W, this was a good showing at the plate.
Charlie Lamb. One down. Leo Cerna digs in for the Guardians. Fourth right now on the American League home run leaderboard. Runner takes off, pitch in for a strike. And it's safe.
He beat it.
It's a stolen base.
Batting second, the shortstop, Charlie Lamb.
Let's go, Charlie.
Hard hit left side. Throws to first in time. So the Guardians lineup turns over. Chase Mydroth will hit next. Out to short.
1-1-1.
Whips it to first. 2 down. 1 out and a runner at second. Swing and a pop-up. Base hit into the outfield. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out. Now quick throw to first. And he's back safely. Runner on the go. There's a ball. Throw to second. Save. That one ran inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Traffic on the bases with 1 already in. You're in game 1 of this 3-game set. Next offering misses. 3-1.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
He fouls it off. We'll do it again. And that'll load the bases.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
Fouls away the first offering. Tied up here in the early going. Sliced hard but foul.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Outside low. Going to count 1 and 2.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Huge strikeout there. All loaded up. Esposito now at the plate. Doubled his first time. Down and away for ball 1. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1. Just off the outside edge.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Strike 2. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Reyna in position. That is the inning. Go ahead run on base. Gabriel Rincones Jr. digs in now. There goes the runner. That's in for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. Fouled off down the right side. There's a swing and a drive.
Go, ball, go.
Carrying well. Gone. He circles the bases, and it gives him the lead in the fifth. It's 2-1.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Travis Bazzana digs in for the Guardians. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner for first. Pitch in for a strike. Throw.
Hey.
Save. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Lamb in the box as he fouls off the first pitch.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Man on second, 2 down. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Ball.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Man at second. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And that is the third out of the inning. One down, base is empty here in the ninth. Lamb in the box here and fouls it off for strike one. All right, Chris, when you talk about great logos, the Milwaukee Brewers, the M and the B that form a glove, not everyone even realizes that it's an M and a B with that glove. They started using it in 1978 and have been using it a lot more recently. It's a great logo, Chris.
Yeah, Boog, I remember as a kid, my brother had that ball cap, and I would just kind of borrow it. Some would say steal it, but it was just such a cool looking logo. I had no idea until years later that that's what was hidden on the inside of it, that M and that B, but very, very cool. Well, clearly just anxious right there.
So 2 down, and here is Michael Arroyo. Miller is just 1 strike away. Got him, and that's the ball game. Lamb with a nice showing despite the loss. Collected a couple of hits, one of them left the yard.
Well, Boog, he definitely made a difference for him in this one. Even in defeat, he can hold his head high.
Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. Homered last night, added another hit as well. And a foul ball.
Strider out there on the mound for this one, and he's a guy who had a really impressive college career but needed Tommy John surgery while playing for Clemson.
And that's downstairs and outside.
You know, Boog, Strider spent time with a sports psychologist at Clemson while rehabbing from his surgery. They talked a lot about the concept of purpose and the importance of having a defined goal for everything you do. You know, it's something Strider now preaches himself.
Up the middle. Whips it to first on the run.
He's out.
In time. Got him.
Just an outstanding play going up the middle right there. And the exchange to get the throw off to first just shows you why he's one of the best shortstops around. So smooth yet so quick at the same time. And any slower and those wheels burning down the first baseline are going to turn that into an infield hit.
Man at second. Up the middle, Bazzana to first. 1 gone, bottom of the 3rd inning. Lamb launched a homer in his most recent game. Oh, look at the stop. There's one to first, not in time. Great effort there. Move to first, and he's back in on a dive. Runner on the go. Pitch misses
That's the
inside.
ball.
Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And that's another stolen base for the league leader.
Looks like the base runner had a pretty good feel on the pitcher's move. After that pick over, seemed
That's
to
the
settle
ball.
in, and he took off right away. Nice job of stealing second right there.
Challenge from behind the dish here. Just caught the zone by a whisker, and the call is overturned. Still 2 challenges left for them. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Fights it off. He'll see another. Two on, 2 outs. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Reaching for it and brings it in. 1 down. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. And first offering is fouled off.
Find the ball, find the ball.
Fires to first in time.
Up next,
Ready to begin the 8th. Stepping up for the Guardians, Leo Cerna. On the ground, Lamb. Tosses to first. First out in the top of the 8th. So 2 down. Angel Henao getting ready to hit. Here's a chopper to short.
1-1-1.
Slings to first, and that is the. Runner takes off. Pitches low.
No, that's low. Ball. No, he beat it. He beat it.
Throw to second. He's safe.
Well, with a good arm.
Here's the left fielder, Cy Reyna. 2 on, 1 out. Up the middle, flips it. There's one. On to first.
No.
So they
Hey.
get one, but a really nice try there. And now Charlie Lamb. He's one of the best players in the game. Hammered down the right side, but foul. In the dirt. Now throw to first, but back easily. 2 runs across in the inning here in the last half of inning number 9. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Struck him out swinging. Just 1 out remaining for the Brewers. So a man at first. Michael Arroyo will hit next. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Reyna gets under it. And that'll do it. The Guardians slug their way to a win in this one. Lamb played okay, but not well enough to boost them to a win.
Not one to put on the personal highlight reel necessarily, but wasn't a big downfall for him in the loss.
One down. Here's some real power at the plate. Charlie Lamb. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
Wow. That's not even close to the zone.
Ball.
Liner snagged at first.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man. And that one fouled off. The 0-1. And that one is lifted in the air. Brings it in. One away. Travis Bazzana digs in for the Guardians. Towards first. But it kicks foul. All set for the top of the sixth. Stepping up for the Guardians, Drew Romo. Out to short. Tosses to first, and that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the sixth. Lamb steps in, 2 outs, no one on, but he's stepping in with a purpose.
Trying to make this pitcher sweat a little, Boog. You've got to break up the rhythm. Even a long at bat would be a win here.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Up with it. Fires to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. So 2 down. Arjun Nimala digs in for the Guardians. Grounds one to short. Lamb gets it to first, and that is that. Travis Bazzana digs in for the Guardians. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Out to short. Dive, and he's got it. From his backside, there's one, and a run scores on the double play.
Well, off the bat, we thought that was going to be a single, not a double play. Just a great job. Dives, knocks it down, feeds it to the second baseman, and a nice turn around the bag. Really great job by those two.
Out to short, my draw. Sends it to first. One pitch and one out. 2 outs, runner at first. Here's the third baseman. The Brewers down to their final strike. And that's a base hit. Lead runner around second. And now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of.
Here's the catcher, DeAndre Tompkins. Ground ball up the middle. Oh, he gloves it, fires to first, and what a play! Ball game.
What an exciting finish to this game. An amazing play right there. It's hard for the fans to go home. They want more. They're not ready to leave and head to their cars, but an outstanding job to keep entertaining all the way to the end.
Charlie Lamb. Top. One down. Next for Milwaukee, Charlie Lamb. And first offering is fouled off. Nobody on his team has a better batting average than he does, Siggy. And a foul ball. Just getting started here at Truist Park outside Atlanta. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Good job to fight that one off.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Lined, and that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Good job. Batting third, the second baseman, Michael Arroyo.
Runner on the goal. Pitch him for a strike. Throw,
Hey,
save.
too late.
Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. One out and a runner at second here in game one of this three-game set. On the ground. House fires to first in time. Here's the veteran outfielder, Josh Werner.
He's struggled to make contact lately, striking out nearly twice in each of the last 5 games.
Off the plate. Hook one.
Runner at second, 2 down. On the ground to the left.
All right, you're up. You're up.
House tosses to first, and that's the 3rd out. So 2 down. Ed Walker getting ready to hit. Up the middle, Lamb. There with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. Man at first, one away. Here goes the runner. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Strike 2.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Stays alive. Just missing there. Now 1-2.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner. Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's real.
What a stop. There's one. Double play. That was some defensive wizardry. First and second, no outs. Connor Griffin now at the plate. The 1-2. Ground ball right side, could be 2. There's one. Back to first, and that is a double play.
Oh man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Charlie Lamb. Golden opportunity right here. Now there's a bullet down the line. Base hit, 1 run is in. Now the second run is in. It's a 2-run single, tie game here in the 8th. Quick toss to first. Lamb back in on a dive.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get two. Get out of this.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. There's a ball. Throws. Save. That's a stolen base.
Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later innings. Well, he picked over once just before the pitch to check on him, but that didn't seem to slow up his jump on the pitch at all. I think that guy's been studying some video. Awesome job to be prepared, got the timing down, and he gets it.
Diving, makes the grab. Runner tags, and will move up to third.
Ronald Acuna Jr. He's kind of sneaky. You don't realize how great he is playing all three outfield positions. Just a great diving catch right there. Shows he's ready to make a play every time he's out there.
Rip, but it goes foul. And now 2 balls and a strike. Next offering is downstairs. Heriberto Hernandez in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And ball 4 to aboard.
Take your base.
Go ahead run on base. Heriberto Hernandez up now for the Brewers. 1 for 3. In there at the knees. The Brewers with the go-ahead run at third, and we're at the top of the 8th. Swung on, belted. Carrying well. Out of here. A 3-run dinger. And the Brewers have the lead. It's 5-2.
You're not going to be able to wipe the smile off his face for a while, Boog. He just changed the game. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Last chance for the home team. Leading off, Esteban Calero. Out to short, Lamb. Tosses to first, and the leadoff man retired. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Makes the catch. Ball game. And the Brewers take game 1 of the series on the road. Lamb played pretty well in this win.
Well, he definitely made a difference for him in this one. Nice effort to contribute to the win.
Next for the Brewers, Charlie Lamb.
Charlie Lamb.
Outside with a breaking ball. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. And that's a 1-out single.
Boy, when you swing the bat, you smoke that thing. Back.
Quick move to first. Lamb dives back in safely. Runner takes off. Pitches low. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again. Liner caught at second.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
That
Ball,
misses.
no.
Ball one. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a ground
Way to
ball
go. You're
up
here.
the
You're
middle.
here.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Safe at the
Safe.
plate. He goes to the swim move to dodge the tag. And it's 1-0. Man at first with one gone. Tom Dixon next up for the Braves. 1-2 here. On the ground, right side. There's one. Over to first. Safe. Ripped on a line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Coming home. Throw is high and over his head.
Well done. Drives in the run. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side.
Well, these Brewers showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Still relatively early, but with a pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
First and second, no outs. Josh Werner up now for the Brewers.
No.
Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there, it's got a chance. Caught just shy of the wall. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely at third with one out. Got it started a little too early. Strike one. That's way outside. And the count is 1-1.
Outside for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
That one fouled off. 2-2. Runners at the corners, one away. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Esposito in the box now. Takes strike one. That one is absolutely belted. One run is in, and it's off the wall. Arroyo headed for the plate. The relay. There's the tag. They get him, and that's the inning. That misses. Ball one. Oh, great stop. Over to first. And very nicely done for the out. Runner at first with 2 away. Here's the catcher to hit, Richard Erickson. The 1-1. Swing and a ground ball. Lamb. They get the
He's
first.
out of there.
And the inning is. So 2 down. Up now for Milwaukee, Charlie Lamb.
Ball 1.
And that one misses up and in. Ball 2. Vines, 37 years young. And he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2019. Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in. And we're the top half of the 6th. In the air to left center. Dixon settles under it. And that is that. We go to the bottom. So back to the top of the order. Connor Griffin, the next to hit. Hit on the ground to short. Lamb. Fires over to first.
Got him. That's an out.
2 away.
Oh, but we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder.
No.
Wow, really impressive.
Lamb in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate.
Ball 2.
Swing and a miss as he gets him to chase upstairs.
I think he was a little excited there, saw the fastball, but needed a step ladder to get to that one. He's going to have to tighten it back up.
And it gets by him. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this. Now quick throw to first. Lamb back on a dive. First offering. Runner goes. That's in for a strike. Throw bounces, and he's in there safely with the stolen base. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball. Runner goes again. Pitch in for a strike. Throws short, hops him at third, and gets down the line. And in comes the runner from second to score. A big mistake there. So now the DH spot, Steve Parra. And he hits a ground ball right side. Hernandez to second, and that's a double play to end it. Lamb had a sensational showing in the win. 3 hits in the ball game.
Well, they may want to change how they approach him next time because he was just incredible in this one. He looked like a threat every time he came up.
Charlie Lamb will hit next. One of the stars in the win yesterday as he had 3 hits. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. Swings through that.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Got him swinging.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Ball.
The Brewers down by 4. Top half of inning number 4.
That's
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Got him to chase one above the zone there.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Yeah, great job.
Next to hit, Michael Arroyo. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Runner on the go. Pitch misses.
Ball.
Throw to second. Out of bounds. Safe. And that's another stolen base for the league leader.
You don't usually see teams try to claw back into games by being aggressive on the base pass like this, but it's still early.
Runner goes again.
Down,
Pitching for a strike. Throw to third. He's safe. 80 stolen bases for him this season. How is that possible? And a 1-1. Pitch gets away. In comes the run from third to trim the lead. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
Well, these Brewers being a little too patient at the plate in this game. Sometimes it's a good thing, but today they're continuing to fall behind in the count, and that's adding a ton of pressure to their offense.
Dixon drifts towards it. And there's one down.
I mean, they're getting hittable pitches. That's why they're called strikes. But going back to the dugout, knowing you could have done something with what you got is frustrating for hitters.
Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers.
Ball.
Baez, multi-time All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a curve, and he works in a changeup. On the ground to third. On to first. Ball game. And the Braves salvage the finale of this three-game series. Lamb with a solid contribution even despite the loss.
I think they expect him to make larger contributions than he did today. Nothing too bad, but nothing great either.
Charlie Lamb. Top three. One down. Next for Milwaukee, Charlie Lamb. What a stop. Over to first. And they get the out. Fought off foul. And he's the home run leader on this team, Singy. Foul ball there. And the 0-2. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
Well, take a look at the three-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Swings through that.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Popped in the air. Left field. That's out number 2.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Lamb at the plate now, and that's strike 1.
Well, that two-seamer is heat-seeking for right-handed batters. Just runs in on those hands.
2 on, 2 outs. Out to short. They miss a big chance to take the lead here. 2 outs. Runner on first. Now it's the second baseman, Michael Arroyo. The Brewers down to the final strike. Got him, and that's the ball game. Lamb had a poor showing, needed to do more.
Oh, certainly a frustrating game at the plate, Boog. I think he'd be the first to tell you he's capable of better. I'm sure the loss isn't sitting well with him either.
Here's the veteran shortstop, Charlie Lamb.
Charlie Lamb.
Swing and a miss. 0-2 now. Just underway here in Cincinnati. Not close with that one. Ball one. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
That's inside. Full count now.
Let's go, Reyna.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. Good job to fight that one off. Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. Draws the walk there. And he made that pitcher throw 9 times on the way to that walk. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Great jump. And that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close. 80 stolen bases for him this season. How is that possible? Check on the runner, and he dives back in safely. One out and a runner at second here in the second game of the series. Runner goes again. Cut on and miss. Throw to third. Save. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away.
When a guy's got that kind of lead at second base, somebody's got to call timeout. Pitcher's got to step off. The catcher's got to ask the ump for time or something. You can't let him get out that far. When you don't have a good thrower behind the plate, he's going to steal third almost standing up. That's a really good job of being aggressive by the base runner.
Close, but called a ball. And that's ball one. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Swung on, belted. Carrying well. And it's off the batter's eye. Home run number 15 on the year. And the Brewers have the lead. It's 2-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Runner at third here, nobody out. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Oh, 0-2 now.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
This one smoked on its way out of here. A gigantic blast. And they tack on to their lead. It's 5-0. Singy, that home run just tied Fred McGriff and Lou Gehrig, number 493 in his career.
Well, he ties the Crime Dog and the Iron Horse, two legends in this sport over their playing time. Wow, this is just surreal. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
On the ground, Lamb. That's one out, the bottom of the second. Man at first, one away. Lamb, a former Gold Glove winner, 28 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Check swing, but he went too far. That is strike two. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Kind of a weird pitch and a weird swing on that strikeout. It's just a slider that caught a lot of the plate. I'd say a very hittable location. But in the box, I think he just gave up on it way too early. And by the time he realized it was dropping into the zone, he just fires off a really poor swing.
Sends it to first. One out in the bottom of the fourth. One down. Next for the Brewers, Charlie Lamb. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Lamb, multi-time All-Star, 28 years old. And he's a former National League MVP. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Ball.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The Brewers up big in this one, and we're in the top half of the sixth.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. Swing and a miss, struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Lamb now at the plate as he swings through strike one. And there's a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Liner, base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Yeah, that ball's hit hard.
Here goes the runner. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again. That one way inside. The 1-1 is fouled off. Runner at second, 2 down, and we're in the top of the 8th. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Jackknifes out of the way. Oh, that one almost gets him again. And ball 4, 2 aboard. So 2 on with 2 away. Now at the plate, Josh Werner. He's already homered here in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. This one in the air, center field. Under it. And that'll do it. So a man at first. Now the left fielder, Tyler Soderstrom. The Reds down to their final strike. Base knock, center field. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Big spot here, bottom of the 9th, down to their final out. And here is Sal Stewart. On the ground at first. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game. Lamb was outstanding in this ball game, helping them get the win.
Such a tremendous effort at the dish. Not every game is going to be like this one, so you need to enjoy it when it's happening.
Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. So we'll see what the former batting champ can do here, Chris. Lamb went deep in his most recent game. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Hit hard, but foul off to the left.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And that is a big first out. 2 aboard with 1 out. Now here is Josh Werner. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
On the ground left side, 6, 4, 3 double play. And the inning is over. First and second, 1 out. Sal Stewart, the next to hit for the Reds. On the ground to the left. There's one.
Out.
Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Tied him up inside with that one.
Well, this is a big-time matchup right now, and stop what you're doing, folks. Watch this, because you have 2 of the game's best going, a Cy Young candidate and an MVP candidate. Look out.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. Gets him. 1 away on a drop third strike.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Go ahead run on base. George Lombard Jr. the next to hit for the Reds. Hit on the ground to short. Lamb. To Arroyo. A sensational double play.
Up next to the Reds.
Nice soft hand.
In now for the Reds, Roscoe Fox. First offering, runner goes. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Out there. Well, we go bottom 6. In now for the Reds, Roscoe Fox. On the ground, out to short. Now the throw to first on the run. And he gets him. Nicely done.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Lamb locks in. No need to press, but they could really use a leadoff base runner right here.
Yeah, all you want to see is a patient, quality approach. Pass the baton and chip away. I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
And it's through for a hit. And the tying run is on base.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far. No runs across either. And he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced.
First pitch way inside a fastball. Runner takes off. Pitch misses. Throw.
He's in.
Save. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Comes up empty. That's strike two. That one in the dirt and gets away. No advance, though. The Reds holding on to a one-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
And there's ball 4.
Ball 4.
And the go-ahead run is on base. So digging in, Josh Werner. And that is downstairs. And it's 1-0.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
That one way outside. 2 balls, no strikes.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
And now 2 balls and a strike.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
On the ground right side. Flips it. 1 at second. And 2 down of play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple. Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
Batter challenges in a very big spot. And fouled off. The tying run is 90 feet away. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Battling here as he fouls it away. And a ball and 2 strikes. In there. Got him looking for the K. Huge strikeout there. Back here in Cincinnati, set for the last half of the 7th. In now for the Reds, number 15. Up the middle. On the run, throw to first. And very nicely done for the out.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
So 2 down. Cy Irving, the next to hit for the Reds. Out to short, Lamb. Tosses to first. That ends the frame. 1 down, base is empty here in the 9th. He's one of the best players in the game.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Malenka measures 6 feet 2 inches, 215 pounds, and he was born in Cuba.
Looking to get something going. This is the guy you want at the plate. He's been great for this team. He is a professional hitter.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. No question about this one. It's out of here. And they're on the scoreboard. It's 4-1.
That gives them hope they can pull off this comeback. They just need a few more swings like that, and they're back in business. High fastballs, especially with good velocity, can be really hard to catch up to. But he stays tall, his top hand works extremely well, and he absolutely clobbered it.
Heriberto Hernandez getting ready to hit. This could end it. In the air, left field. And he makes the catch. Ball game, and the Reds win the rubber match of this 3-game series. Lamb, certainly not the reason they lost this game. Put together 3 hits, one of them a home run.
Such a tremendous effort at the dish. They didn't get the win, but he certainly wasn't the reason they lost.
Charlie Lamb. Air Jordan steps in to take his hacks. Hitless in 4 at-bats yesterday. Ellie looking to steal. That's in for a strike. Save. De La Cruz gets his first steal of the game.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can stripe a bag against.
Rudder goes again. Pitches low. Throw to third. Out, and that wasn't close.
That's just a poor decision right there, and I'm sure somebody's going to talk to him when he gets back into the dugout. You have to understand who's at the plate and who's coming up. These are guys that can drive the ball in the gap, hit the ball over the fence. You don't have to worry about being aggressive and trying to get yourself up, especially at third base in that situation. Just doesn't make any sense.
On to first. Now 2 away.
These two guys, a lot of respect for one another.
Lamb, multi-time All-Star, over 1,000 runs batted in his career. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Now there's a bullet down the line, and foul ball. Got him swinging. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Chavez digs in now. 2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a ground ball. Tosses to first. They limit the damage here. Now it's Yordan Alvarez. Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. Got him. And they get Ellie trying to steal.
Nice little battle of speed versus power right there. Great wheels on the base paths. Top tier arm behind the dish. Really good transfer from that glove to the throwing arm. Got it down there in a hurry. That's why he doesn't get tested very often.
On the ground. Arroyo throws to first. And they get the out on Alvarez. Runner at second. 2 down. This one in the air, center field. And that is that. They get 1 down. Now here is Charlie Lamb.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
And it's fouled away. The 1-1 is fouled off. The Cubbies up big in this one. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And a swing and a miss. That's out number 2.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strikes.
And now it's going to be Jake McCarthy. That one to first. And that chance handled. To Elliott second for 1. Over to first, but he beats it. So 2 on with 2 away. Now it's going to be DeAndre Tompkins. 1 strike away. The other way. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs take this one in a blowout. Lamb with a forgettable showing in the loss.
Oh, certainly a frustrating game at the plate, Boog. I think he'd be the first to tell you he's capable of better. I'm sure the loss isn't sitting well with him either.
Here's the veteran shortstop, Charlie Lamb. And a foul ball. Alcantara on at first. Nobody out. Lifted in the air, right center field. On the move. And there's one down.
Batting third.
Lamb, a former Gold Glove winner, batting second in today's lineup, and he's a former National League MVP. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
All right, get it back there. Good shot.
Runner on the move. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there.
Runner on the go again. Pitch is high. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away.
Well, a high throw just adds a fraction of a second from catching the ball to putting the tag down on the runner. Hard to say for sure if a good throw gets him, but as soon as that one took off from the catcher's hand, there wasn't much of a chance.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Still tied at 0. Last of the third.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. It's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
That smash towards center. He's got it. Runner tags for home. Save. And they take the lead. No outs. Runner at first. Here's the third baseman, Kalen Culpepper. Ground ball could be 2. To Arroyo. On to first. Double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Back here in Milwaukee, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers.
Well, these Brewers just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. Home run number 20 on the year, and they lead it. It's 2-1.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach.
For a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
So 2 down. Next for the Brewers, Charlie Lamb.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at-bat.
Hit hard, base hit. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order. Quick move to first. Lamb back in on a dive. Here goes the runner. Pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And that's another stolen base for the league leader.
Looks like the base runner had a pretty good feel on the pitcher's move. After that pick over, seemed to settle in, and he took off right away. Nice job of stealing second right there.
Outside low, ball 1.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more.
Struck him out swinging. They limit the damage here. 1 down. Gabriel Moreno, the next come to hit. Now all even up. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. And there are 2 outs.
That play won't be true.
Now it's the right fielder. Rosado is just one strike away. Popped up. Hernandez settles under this one. Makes the catch. Ball game. And the Brewers even this series up at a game apiece. Lamb really stood out in this win. Put together 3 hits, one of them a home run.
Such a tremendous effort at the dish. Not every game is going to be like this one, so you need to enjoy it when it's happening.
Ready to go now, Ellie De La Cruz getting ready to hit. Out to short. Lamb handles, throws to first. One out in the top of the first. And now Charlie Lamb. So we'll see what the former batting champ can do here, Chris. Lamb matched a homer in his last game. Alcantara aboard here at first with nobody out. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Lead runner makes the turn at second. And he's going to get to second with nobody out.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Fastball for a strike.
3 homer games don't grow on trees, Boog. There aren't even 150 players in MLB history who've done it more than once. So what he did in that last game was really impressive.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is a big first out. Runners at second and third and 1 out. Josh Werner up now for the Brewers. Late on that fastball. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try to track the ball. Block it if you have to, as far as just
a dive. Nice stop. Throw to first. Run scores, but a terrific play to get the out.
That is good. Selected number 22.
High fly ball, right field. Chavez under this one. And that is the inning. Lamb recently taking home Player of the Month honors. Here's something to watch, Singy. He's got the best OPS on the team. He can hurt you. And that is cut on and missed. That's strike 2. Now he breaks his back. Gets it to first. Out number 2. So 2 down. Here's Yordan Alvarez. 3-2 now. Up the middle. Lamb. In plenty of time to first. And they get the out. Lamb digging in now. Nothing cooking this inning, but they've still got a shot with 2 away.
Yeah, that's all it takes, Boog. One swing, one base runner, and suddenly it's game on.
This one in the air, center field. And that is that. Runner at first with 2 away. So up now for Chicago, Zach DeZenzo. Up the middle. Oh, great stop. Fires to first. It's there, and that's a great play. So, runner at second, 2 down. Zach DeZenzo, the next Cub to hit. Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Fires over to first. 3rd out. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Charlie Lamb steps in. League leader in OPS, Singy.
Yeah, he's crushing mistakes, but also taking what pitchers give him. That's next level hitting.
This one in the air, center field. Takes it in for the out. So a man at first. Waylon Chavez will hit next. Up the middle. Flips it. And very nicely done for the out. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Here's the Brewers catcher now. Bridges is just 1 strike away. Swing and a ball lifted left field. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs with the rubber match of this 3-game series. Lamb with an okay game in the loss.
Not great, not terrible, just kind of an average game. He's got better in him, Boog.
Charlie Lamb. Top 3 down. Next to hit, Charlie Lamb.
Charlie Lamb.
Hard ground ball, base now. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Quick move to first. Lamb back in on a dive. Runner on the move. This one in the dirt. Blocked by the catcher. And he steals second base without a throw. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again. Reyna checks the runner. And he dives back in safely.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Hey!
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He will score, and they take the lead. It's an RBI single, 1-0. All set for the start of the inning. In now for the Reds, Sal Stewart. This ball's chopped on the ground. Lamb. Tosses to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third. Lamb digging in, nobody on, 2 gone, but this hitter's still dangerous.
Yep, a swing, a mistake, and suddenly it's a brand new ball game.
Lamb with another scorching run of play lately. That's ripped into the outfield, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. That's in for a strike.
The All-Star MVP award is bigger than fans might realize. More than half of the first 40 players to win it wound up in the Hall of Fame. I'm not saying he's for sure.
And that is the inning. First and second, 1 out. Ben Williamson, the next to hit for the Reds. 2 on, 1 out. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. Back here at American Family Field, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. On the ground right side. 1 pitch and 1 out.
The batter, number 8.
1 down. And here's the catcher, Dalton rushing. Here's a 2-2. Swing and a ground ball. Slings to first in time. Now here is Charlie Lamb. He's one of the best players in the game. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Nobody left. So 2 down. Stepping in, Heriberto Hernandez. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. Now here is Michael Arroyo. Brookshire is just 1 strike away. Popped up first base side. Rushing. Gets under it. And he makes the catch. Ball game. And the Reds take game 1 of the series on the road. Lamb did well despite the loss.
If he can consistently put up games like this one, they're more likely to get the win than the loss, even if it didn't work out today.
One out man at first. Next for Cincinnati, George Lombard Jr. And the 0-1. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Can't glove it cleanly. Still able to fire over.
Good.
And the throw is late. Missed opportunity there thanks to the misplay. Look out. That fastball drilled him. Man at first with 1 gone. Next for Milwaukee, Josh Werner. Didn't play in the day game yesterday, so he should be fresh for this one. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. Batista, he's the kind of starter that a lot of pitching coaches and managers as well really appreciate. Not a guy who's going to get himself into trouble by dancing around, by walking guys.
Ball. That's
Yeah, he
inside.
throws strikes, and he's got the command to be in the zone, be effective, but just moving the ball around, getting the ball back from the catcher.
Rudder takes off.
Ball
Pitch
3.
inside. Throw to second. Out of bounds. Safe. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job at controlling the running game, and that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. And no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard. An uncharacteristic mistake from a really good defensive player. It's an interesting thing when you consider limiting walks. Is it more important today because of how many home runs are being hit?
No doubt. Keeping guys off the base paths with the way the swings and
fly.
the launch
Batter's
angles
out.
are today.
Yeah, I think the other part, though, as well, is it goes both ways, because I think that guys at times are more than willing to give up walks because they'll come back and strike the next guy out. Foul ball there. First and second, 2 down. Here in the second game of the series.
He can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and getting out of this little jam.
Two on, 2 outs. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. And the batter now, Cy Irving. Up the middle, Lamb. The throw to first, 2 away.
Oh, Boog, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
That one to first, 1 at second. And 2, what a play. In now for the Reds, Jay Tillman. 2 down, nobody on. Out to short, Lamb. Whips it to first. And that'll do it. Reds down in. Lamb with some impressive production lately. Hit weakly on the ground. Whips it to first on the run.
He's out.
In time. Got him. Man at first. And now the right fielder, Cy Irving. The 1-2. Out to short, Lamb. On the run, sends it over to first. And that's a nice play to end the inning. So one left. So two down, digging in, Ben Williamson. Up the middle.
1-1-1.
Fires over to first. That ends the.
Well, these Brewers just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They really haven't worked many deep counts or long at-bats, and that's fine if you're having a lot of success. But at this point, I think it's time to make an adjustment.
That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. That keeps the zone. That's strike one. Line drive. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. And he makes it up to third with one away. 2 on with 1 out. Up now for Milwaukee, Michael Arroyo. Runner on the go. There's the ball. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. There it is. He has 90 stolen bases on the season with that swipe. On the ground to third. Can't glove it cleanly. In comes the run from third to trim the lead. No throw, and everyone is safe. Pitch misses there. Ball one. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Just caught the zone by a whisker, and the call is overturned. So they've still got both their challenges. Comes up empty.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
That one just misses. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Now it's the right fielder. 1 for 2.
That's a ball.
Activity in the bullpen for the Reds. Delman, Craig preparing to come on if needed. Malenka also throwing. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Traffic on the bases with 2 already in to score. Last half of inning number 5. On the ground to third.
Get out, get out, get out.
They get the force. That ends the inning. Lamb digging in. The deficit's manageable, but somebody's got to get it started, Singy.
Yeah, and this guy right here has got the toolbox. Competitiveness, bat to ball, good instincts. Let's see if he opens it up, Bird.
Now a screamer into the outfield. Grabs it on the run. And there's one away.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
On the ground, 2 ball. Lamb over to second. How about that double play?
Oh man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Now it's the shortstop, Charlie Lamb. This guy with big-time power and an elite defender. First pitch, not close. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Lead runner touches second, heading for third. And it'll be runners at second and third, only one away.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. Really important at bat coming up now.
Yeah, that's fouled off. That one finds the zone. That is strike 2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try to track the ball. Block it if you have to as far as just a late swing.
Swings and misses. Struck him out. Just 1 out remaining for the Brewers. Michael Arroyo up now for the Brewers. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Tying run at the plate. They're down to their final strike. Got him, and that's the ball game. Lamb had a good day at the office, even in defeat.
Well, Boogie definitely made a difference for him in this one. Even in defeat, he can hold his head high.
One down. Here's the Reds catcher, Dalton Rushing. Runner takes off, pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Batting second, the shortstop, Charlie Lamb.
Lamb in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Bishop was recently named pitcher of the month for some outstanding work on the mound. And that misses. And that's ball 1.
No question that he earned that pitcher of the month award, Boog. He was just dominant. String together enough of those and you can expect some other hardware on the mantle.
The 1-2.
Nope. Outside.
And that skips into dirt.
Now, this is a big-time matchup right now, and stop what you're doing, folks. Watch this because you have 2 of the game's best going, a Cy Young candidate and an MVP candidate. Look out.
Out number 2. So a man at first. And here's the veteran outfielder. Bounced out to short. To Arroyo. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. Fouled off. He was late.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
2 on, 1 out. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He'll score, and the Brewers take the lead. Save. And now second and third with 1 gone. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Esposito with a homer in his last game. And a big swing and a miss.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Struck him out looking.
Well, you could tell he wasn't expecting that ball to break back in on him. He may have been looking for something away, maybe something soft, but that slider on the inside corner absolutely froze it.
Two on, two outs. That one close, ruled the ball. And the count even 1-1. Challenge from behind the dish here. To the right side.
All right,
and that chance
hang on.
handled.
Right there, right here.
They limit the damage here. Runners at first and second with one gone. There's a swing and a drive. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Grounds one to short. Fox. And he beats it. He's safe.
Oh, just a nice job coming through.
For Cincinnati, number 78, Sam Calcaterra.
Oh, that's it.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Ripped down the line. Way back there. It's got a chance, and it is foul.
Oh, man, that's a tough one to swallow. Had the distance, just couldn't keep it fair. Imagine how great that feels, running around the bases when you've just hit a granny. He's got to dig back in, figure out a way. Maybe he can do it again.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Pulled out on strikes. Huge strikeout there. All loaded up. Josh Werner up now for the Brewers. Ball one, no strikes.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Ball to strike. The pitch. Oh, he hit him. And that brings home a run.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Fouls away the first offering.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just
swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. All set for the top of the sixth. In now for the Reds, Dalton rushing. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. Throws to first in time. Now one gone in the top of the sixth. One down. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Charlie Lamb. First pitch, and he has to get out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Inside, backs him off again.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Next offering is fouled back. Late that time, and it's strike two.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Next pitch misses. Full count now. Good job to fight that one off. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Reaches over the wall, and he's got it.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there.
DeAndre Tompkins, the next to hit. Out to short. In plenty of time to first, but the tying run is now in scoring position, so it's a productive out. At the plate, Kevin Alcantara. The Brewers down to their final strike. And that one ripped to left. And he makes the catch. Ball game. And the Reds extend their winning streak to 5 in a row. Lamb did well in the losing effort.
No question that he delivered at the dish for him. Even though it wasn't enough to get them the W, this was a good showing at the plate.
Lamb stepping in now. When the hardware says best pitcher in the game, you better come to the plate locked in, Chris.
Yeah, and if you're not, Boog, he'll carve you up like a pumpkin in October.
That one fouled off. Alcantara gets his lead at first. Nobody out. On the ground, could be 2. Lawler to second, throw to first, but he beat it. Here goes the runner. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And that's another stolen base for the league leader.
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for this team.
Man at second. There's the strike. 95 of that one.
He doesn't seem to like to pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
In the air, right field, Irving on the move. And that'll do it.
Well, this is a great matchup that you just don't get to see very often. The reigning Cy Young Award winner against the reigning MVP. All eyes are on this battle right here.
And that one is lifted in the air. Irving under it. And there's one down. So they're all loaded up with 2 outs.
Two walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Dives, but it's off his glove. And no throw for some reason as he reaches first. And on the play, a run will come in to score.
Hey!
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Action in the pen down there. Number 50, the lefty with big swing and miss stuff, is getting ready. Number 78 getting loose as well. Left field. And that ends the inning. Lamb steps in. You can feel the tension. 2 outs and a chance to deal a serious blow.
Clutch hitter right here, Boog. If he comes through again, it might just take the air out of the other side.
Ball that time.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. So the call stands. So they'll lose their first challenge. Bases loaded, 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 6th. And there's
That's
the
ball
ball.
2.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here. As a hitter, you got to learn something from that pitch. He clearly wasn't timed up on the fastball. In a 2-0 count, you have to be ready to do damage.
It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay,
Gap shot should score at least 2. One runs in. Now a second crosses the plate. In to score from first. And they're up by 4.
his confidence level is so high. Really nice job of coming through in a big spot. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Lamb tossed to second, but safe at first. It's a fielder's choice. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Charlie Lamb will hit next. He's one of the best players in the game.
Well, these Brewers showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. The numbers say their chase rate, or swings at pitches outside the zone, is under 25%.
Base hit into the outfield. Here comes the throw. Tag, not in time. He's safe. It's 6-1. Runner on the go. Throw. Save. Just missed.
That's inside.
So those numbers I just mentioned tell me they've been really smart at the plate. They're feasting on the healthy stuff and avoiding the jump. Kind of sounds like your diet, Boo.
That one lifted to left. Soderstrom under it. And there's one away. So now with one away and a man at second, here's the left fielder, Jake McCarthy. McCarthy not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge. Right through there for a strike.
No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me. These two guys, a lot of respect for one another.
Man at second.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Now it's 3-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Payoff pitch. Out towards right center field. Irving settles under it. And there's 2 away. Runner at second, 2 down. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. Swings through it for the K. Good job at damage control. Next for Cincinnati, Jordan Lawler. McGarry is just 1 strike away. Got him, and that's the ball game. Lamb really stood out in this one.
Well, they may want to change how they approach him next time, because he was just incredible in this one. He looked like a threat every time he came up.